Peace to all my visionaries and fellow mass. I'm your messenger, Zay Applin. We back with another video. What I wanted to talk about today is I got a little list. I just picked from it. We're gonna talk about how some people are just lessons in your life, right? Some people are just meant to be lessons. So I'm gonna break it down like this. Life has its chapters, right? Life has its chapters. Everyone has their chapters when they go through life. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 18, all those chapters. Some people are literally only meant to be in a certain chapter of your life. Like, they're only meant to go to a certain chapter, up to a certain chapter, and that's it. But us as people, sometimes we had this attachment issue to where we can't let people go, you know what I'm saying, and let it be. Like, we think that everyone we meet we're supposed to take for the long haul, and that's not the case. Everyone you meet is not meant to go with you for the long haul. You feel me? Some people are just meant to be in your life for a chapter, for a couple chapters, some longer than others. Everyone has a different script. But you got to understand that everyone is not meant to be in your life for the long haul. Some people are meant just to be there for a couple chapters. And when you try to take people past those chapters, that's when your story gets screwed up. That's when your story gets screwed up, because that's not how it was meant to go. But because you have these attachment issues to where you can't let it be, you know what I'm saying, and let that character rest at that chapter. And now you create this whole, you create a whole new path for your life, and it wasn't intended to go that way, because you keep hanging on to these old characters in your life. Let these old characters go. Some people in your life were just meant to be in your life for a couple chapters, and that's it. They're not meant to go past, you know what I'm saying, the chapters that they didn't make it past. If they were meant to be there, they would be there. You know what I'm saying? And until you become in alignment and with balance with yourself, you don't realize that. You just think, oh man, this person did me wrong, or we just fell out, Sometimes that person was not meant to go past that chapter of your life. You got to be okay with that. And it shouldn't be no bad blood. It shouldn't be none of that. That person just wasn't meant to go past that chapter of your life. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not who was meant to be in the rest of your story. That's okay. That's okay. That's what this life realm is about. Man, some people are just meant to be serve as a purpose while they're there. So while instead of people, this is what I want people to do. Instead of people getting mad about not hanging with certain people anymore, you know what I'm saying, talking down about them, appreciate that person for the times that y'all did have while that person was in your life. Appreciate the chapters you did have with that person. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the lessons you learned from that person. Appreciate that person, because you might not even know it, but you're getting mad at someone for not being in your life, and that person is not even meant to be in your life. They're not even meant to be in that chapter, in your upcoming chapters anymore. But because we have such attachment issues and we don't understand the spiritual side of things, that we think everything is so mundane and physical, it's like, no, it's sometimes it's deeper than that. That person really wasn't even meant to be around anymore. Really, it wasn't. That person was not inked in as a character in the later chapters of your life. You know, so that's why I say appreciate that person for when they were in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when they were supposed to be in it. And if they were still meant to be in it, they will be in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot we can go down and delve into with this, man, because like I said, we get so caught up in being attached and just thinking everyone we come in contact with is just supposed to be there forever. No. Some people are literally just there for a chapter of your life, for a couple chapters of your life. So be more so indulged in getting the most out of your relationships with people while they're there, instead of thinking everybody is gonna be there for the long run. Maximize your relationships with these people, because these people won't always be in your life. You feel me? Maximize these relationships, and when those relationships die out, that's what it is. It's nothing. It's no bad blood. It's no. You know what I'm saying? It's no hatred. It shouldn't be no hatred towards that person. That's how it was supposed to play out. When you're in alignment, you understand that certain things that's how it was supposed to play out. You know, so creating this thing in your head where, oh man, that person lame, we don't kick it no more. Why does that have to be the case? That person literally might not even been someone who was supposed to stay in your life. Like that person, like I said, that person was not scripted for later chapters in your life. They were literally only the chapters that they were in. That was the only chapter they were scripted to be in. Allow these characters in your life, allow these people in your life to be and play the role that they were supposed to play, and maximize the relationships, and allow that person to fully be in that role. Don't try to take them past that role, because like I said, that's when your life starts getting messed up, because you're in balance now. You're out of alignment with your story. Remain in balance. Remain in balance, remain in balance with your life. Remain in alignment. You know what I'm saying? It's important. It's important, because when you start understanding these things, you become at peace with a lot. You become at peace with a lot of old, friendships and relationships you had. Like, I appreciate all old friendships and relationships. Because I see it for what it is. That's just what, those were the people I needed during that time period. Those are the people that was for those chapters in my life, So that's just how things go, man. That's just how things go, and accept it. Accept it. The more you accept it, the more your life flows. The more your life flows. If a person is supposed to be around for the long haul, they will be. Man, even if, and here's the thing, even if situations fall out with people, it's never to say that relationship won't build up on the back end. Sometimes people get taken out for a couple chapters and get brung back to your story on the back end. We never know how this story is going to unfold. So that's why I say never create bad blood with old friendships and old relationships, because you never know how that story might unfold. That flame might get rekindled. You know what I'm saying? Or something might happen. Y'all both might heal from those situations. Y'all both might, come to an understanding. Y'all both might apologize. You never know your story or your script on the back end, which is why I say don't create that bad blood. Don't come from a place of hatred when these friendships or relationships die out, because you never know. That, like I said, that person might just meant to be taken out for a couple chapters and brought back. So when you look at it from this lens, it creates a different perspective, because now you're able to see it from a story perspective. Like, oh, that makes sense. Some people really are just meant to be in a couple chapters. Some people, like, just think about stories and movies. Sometimes the character gets taken away for a couple. You don't hear about a character in about 4 or 5 chapters. Then chapter 16, chapter 17, here come this character coming back. You hear this character, you know what I'm saying, back in the mix. That's the same thing with our lives, man. That's the same thing with our lives. We got to start looking at our lives through the story lenses. Allow your story to develop and create. And you can enhance your story through certain things, but a lot of times our mind creates our story. So allow your mind to create. Allow your mind to create, and when you're in alignment, the universe knows the people you need for that certain chapter. So just because you not friends with a certain person no more, does not mean y'all should hate each other or that such. Sometimes that person is just not who you need for that chapter in your life in that moment. But 4 or 5 years down the road, that person might be in a certain position That person might be in a certain position. You might be in a certain position to help each other. Just like that. Just like that, man. So don't get so caught up in the physical, mundane side of these things, man. A lot of these things can be flipped into a spiritual side to where you're in a better understanding of it. Some people are just not meant to be in your life for some chapters. Some people are meant to be in it for one chapter. Some people are meant to be in all chapters. Some people are meant to be in it for 5 chapters. Let your story play out. Peace.